Have you seen the group chat? They're doing it again tonight. No. Please. It's my mom's Remembrance Day. I just want to forget about it.
Hello, guys.
Hello, what's up?
How you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Fine, fine. So thank you very much for your time for the interview. You're probably very excited because your first movie, Talk to Me, is coming soon to theaters finally. And people that I've seen, a lot of people that I've seen are saying already that this is one of the best horror movies in years. So that's good news for you. But how's been the whole process? I know you've been promoting the movie a lot, but have you guys been affected by the strikes and everything? Because I know you're Australian, the actors are Australians. I don't know how was it?
Well, our cast, none of our cast are SAG, but we all made the decision that they wouldn't come and promote the film just because we stand with the actors and what they're fighting for. So yeah,
the actors and the writers, yeah,
we're on side.
Yeah, we're all for the strike. Share the love. Come on, studios, share the love. Let's go.
But it seems that the A24 is doing the right thing, right? Because I read that they say that they want to comply with like all the things that the SAG wants. So I mean, you probably choose the right like distributor.
Yeah. I think they're incredible on that front, and they're incredible on all fronts. They're really filmmaker first. They're really filmmaker friendly.
Because you're from Australia, and the movie was shot in Australia, I was just like just remembering, movies from the horror movies from there, and there's a bunch of good movies. And actually, you guys work in two of those movies, right? You work in like the Babadook, that is amazing. You work in Cargo, so you're already part of I mean, besides the YouTube channel, you're already part of like history, like the horror history in Australia. And what do you do in those movies?
Yeah, so on the Babadook, I was production runner driving, and Danny was lighting us work experience.
I was on the lighting team.
Work experience is like you can come on set and have a look around. And you're a good kid.
It was like an internship on the Babadook for lighting.
And then for
Cargo,
Cargo,
I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'm so sorry. I had a tea and it's just come right. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
I'll tell the Cargo story.
Guys, this is good.
So Cargo, I was supposed to be a stunt performer on it because I'm an accredited stunt performer. In Australia, you have to get accreditation. But I had injured myself doing a video, and I needed to get surgery on my nose. And I didn't want to lose this Cargo job, but I was in hospital. So Danny went to the job and pretended to be me doing like a zombie fight scene. And the stunt guys were like, "You've really thinned up, Michael. You're looking very different and very pale," because Danny's not as outgoing. He's more, behind the scenes. But he went and pretended to be me. So I'm credited on that film. I didn't work on it. Danny did.
That's interesting because you guys have said that you you didn't go to film school or anything, but of course you learn a lot doing your videos for the YouTube channel. Anyway, it's something different, right? To do like short movies and just then do like a whole like feature film. So what were the main challenges?
We were lucky enough that we had worked on film sets before YouTube. So we knew the world that we were getting into, but it's a bunch of creatives getting together for united vision. In a way, for us, it was kind of relieving in a way to have so many talented individuals, specialists, like bringing their experience to the craft. So it turned out way better than I could have imagined. So I'm so thankful that we found the team that we did. And because everyone's so passionate in their individual, avenues, it came out better than any way that we could. If we did it ourselves, it would have been way worse. And that was kind of what it was on YouTube. We did a lot ourselves. So working with these amazing heads of department was invaluable.
Who's up? I'll do it.
cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay.
So besides that, besides like being in like movie sets before, and besides like doing the videos for Raka Raka, that is like the YouTube channel, what kind of filmmakers inspire you? What kind of movies do you like?
So there's so many different, there's not one like singular or even a few directors that inspire us. It's, we have ADHD, so I think we like all different kinds of films and people and scripts and stories. One thing for us though that really sticks out to me is Bong Joon-ho, the way that he's able to blend tone so seamlessly and make it all still feel like it's of the same piece, you know, but he's kind of genre dipping, but it's the same story. That's stuff that we really liked. And like, so when we were doing this, it was important to us to be able to dip into comedy and then the drama and the horror, not just have it be one, you know, plane. But I do. The Exorcist is the ultimate horror film, so that was a big inspiration.
Yeah, that's something interesting too, because I've been seeing your videos like in Raka Raka, and they're great. I mean, they're crazy. There's a lot of gore and everything, but they're more like they're more into comedy. They're funny. This movie, Talk to Me, is kind of very, I don't know how to call it, like serious, very dramatic, very intense. I mean, this movie is way more like serious. I mean, and then when you use, for example, violence or like graphic scenes in this, in a serious manner, it's just like more like it's stronger, right? So when did you decide we're going to do this? We're not going to, because probably a lot of your fans were thinking, oh, these guys are going to be like a comedy horror film.
Yeah.
This is something different. This is intense.
I knew that I wanted to make something that existed outside of our channel. And when I was writing, I never felt I could express myself too personally on Raka Raka. So it was very specific content made for a specific audience. Yeah. So when I was writing, we knew that we wanted it to be different from the YouTube stuff. And the stuff, like the stuff that we like watching was very different to the stuff we were making, which is probably weird, but that Raka Raka stuff is so much fun to do, and you can do crazy things creatively and have no, you know, restraint. Whereas the films we respect and liked, like, you know, like foreign dramas and things like that, very different to the stuff we were creating online. But all that experience on the YouTube stuff really helped build our skill set, and we were really we had so much experience with VFX and with makeup work, and so we're able to apply that to this film as well. But yeah, we knew we wanted it to be separate.
I read that you don't like to use a lot of CGI, and this is something that is like applied to this movie. It looks great. There's some stuff probably, right? Some CGIs in the eyes of
the eyes were mostly practical, and we would just use CG just to touch things up and like blend certain things. So there was a lot of subtle VFX in there. Yeah, there was one big VFX shot where Mia's hair was floating in a scene, like she was underwater, and it looked amazing, but it looked like one step too far from reality, like took us out of the story in a way. It looked too good, you know. So I felt bad for the VFX people. We took it out because it didn't keep the story grounded for us. But it was an amazing VFX shot.
Light the candle to open the door. Blow it out to close it. Put your hand on it. Now say, talk to me.
Talk to me.
You guys have a lot of energy. We know that already.
Yeah.
So what was it? And then in the videos, in the YouTube videos, you're just like behind, in front of the camera, just moving all the time. Was that complicated when you have to sometimes sit in the set during this movie, just like for certain scenes that weren't so like energetic?
Well, I think that energy really helped us because our shoot schedule was so short. We only had 5 weeks to film the entire movie. It was supposed to be 8.
It went down from 8 weeks to 5 weeks, and we were just, our back was against the wall anyway. So that energy really, really helped us. And there were days that we would shoot all day and go home and edit all night. Then go back to set and shoot all day, go home and edit all night. So that energy was really, really pivotal to getting the film across the line, I think. But then choosing the moments to peel it back, because, you know, we do deal with that very heavy subject matter. So it's, you know, it's choosing when to be, you know, outrageous and when not to be. But I think that it's already a tough film. Making it a tough set where people go in and it's like dour and depressing. We don't want that to be the environment coming into film, because we wanted everyone to be having a good time and be working together. So yeah, it was a very different behind the camera than, I guess, what ended up being in front. Yeah.
What did the hand feel like?
It felt amazing. I could see and feel everything on the other side. So my mom, she was trying to reach out. I'm here.
How do you divide the duties when you're directing?
So Danny would be the main voice. If I have any direction that differs from what he's saying, I'll talk to him first, and then we'll do a take like that, because we didn't want to give two sets of direction to the actors. And then in the edit on during post-production, usually through the videos, Danny would do a rough cut, I'd go through and do a fine cut, then I'd do sound effects and music, Danny would do VFX and color. So with those departments in post, we kind of did that same thing, working with those heads of departments.
Still been saying stuff.
You mean saying stuff?
What if we opened the door but we didn't shut it? Oh my God, they followed us. I like it. They're not gonna stop. They're never gonna stop.
We have to talk a little bit about, of course, about Sophie Wilde. She's great in this movie. And I mean, she's obviously a great actress, but you have to direct her too. So, and she does a lot of very difficult scenes. I mean, that was something new for you guys too, right?
Yeah, she blew us away from the moment we saw her audition. Every day on set and every moment in the edit, every cut, you never had to cut around Sophie. She brought such an authenticity, and it never felt staged. She has such a range, and like we saw that, so we saw her audition, and then when we had her read for Mia, we sent her 3 different scenes with 3 different kind of emotions, and she just nailed it out of the park, every single one. And even sometimes when you can't verbalize direction, she just understood. So we had a really good rapport with her, and I'd never worked with someone that had such range and brought, elevated the material to a level that we just never could have done it with anyone else. I feel like she was just perfect. Even outside of being an amazing actor, she's an amazing person as well. And she was just so generous and nice to everyone that she was working with. And she's, I don't know, we got bored her every single day. Yeah, we got nothing but nice things to say about Sophie. And we're so excited to be part of presenting it to the world, because I think the world needs to see her. I think she deserves to have the biggest and most lucrative career ever.
Like you. Talk to me.
So what's next for you? Are you you want to do another horror disturbing movie? You want to do something more playful or what?
Yes, please. Another horror, please. I'd love to do another horror film, and we really want to do an action film down the line as well. But yeah, we're just going with the flow. Yeah, an action one would be good, because like you were saying with the special effects, we've got a lot with the stunt side that we haven't shown yet, and I can't wait to bring that to the big screen.